Good afternoon, everybody. PC Outcast here, and kicking off a brand new game, Gamedec. This is billed as a single-player cyberpunk isometric RPG with little or no combat. As I understand, you are a detective, and we're trying to solve a bunch of crimes. I don't know if they're all murders or what, but we have to basically gather information from witnesses and suspects and get to the bottom of deceptive schemes. So that sounds kind of cool. It's apparently quite similar to Disco Elysium, which is a game that I did not play. But this game came out on September 16th, 2021, so it's pretty new. And we're going to give it a go. It is in full access. It's currently available for about $30 on Steam if you're interested in it. And it is developed by Anshar Studios and published by Anshar Publishing. And I'd like to thank Anshar for providing me with a free game key, so you can keep that in mind in case you think it might taint my opinion of the game. Apparently since it's an RPG, the skill tree is based on creating more opportunities in your dialogue options. Instead of, normally you'd have like combat bonuses and stuff like that, this one just increases your options in dialogue. So that sounds kind of cool. Options. I don't know what exactly this is. Log into Twitch, clear credentials. I'm not sure what that's all about. Windowed, full screen's fine. VSync is on, I guess. Sure. Yes. Don't know if I want to change any of this. I think the audio is okay for the moment. Pretty simple keyboard controls. So
it's a strange profession. Gamedec. You're neither a player nor a detective. You know the rules and how people break them. How they leave a digital trail. And there is always a trail. A flaw in the source code. Backdoors used by cheaters. Anonymity skins, used to cover up unpopular activities. All can be found. All can be traced. With a lot of skill and a little bit of luck. Sometimes more than a little. Because there are surprises, even for a game deck. But in the end, you keep your eyes on the prize. This is my story. What's yours?
all right. Okay, wow, we can make all kinds of changes to our character. Obviously, we are outcast, as always. He, him, sure. Origin, low city, high city. Low city is fine. Self-direction values, dominant valuing. This doesn't actually say that it makes any difference to your thing, but anyway. Dominant value guiding your character before they choose the game deck profession. Before they chose game deck profession. Your choice will determine the aspects they will start their adventure with. +1 fire, +3 intelligence, +1 problem solving skills, +1 charm. I have no idea. Stimulation. Hedonism. Achievement. Power. Security. Conformity. tradition, benevolence, universalism, self-direction. I've got no idea. Go with hedonism. Alright, so can we... I guess we can't make major changes to the character. We can choose a few different kind of looks. Okay. None of these people look anything like me, so... let's go with him. Apartment. Rendon. Digital brain, a device shaped like a real brain and emulating all its functions with the ability to create new synaptic connections. Rendans have both a neural network and the networks of all classes of the glial cells found in organic brains. A Rendon can be based on a psychoscan of a living person, which makes it able to store a psyche identical to that residing in the original brain, or a psyche transferred from an organic brain, or it can be developed artificially from the ground up. See Pygmalion technology. To hold a new, previously non-existent psyche, this is how diginets are created. Multisensory encyclopedia. Well, thank you very much. I don't remember why I became a Gamedec. At some point I must have decided that it was a reasonable way to make money. Making money, then I just got used to it. Okay, dialogue options. To choose a dialogue option, left click on it or press the corresponding number key. Oh, okay, that's nice. Conversation history. To see the history of your current conversation, click the arrow at the top of the dialogue window. That. Okay. Recall my career? Sure. I solved numerous cases, so people started to believe I was credible, and credibility was crucial in my line of work. Pretty much everything can be falsified, but you can't fake credibility. Games, besides being my workplace, also became my second home. Did I ever play for fun? Yes, sometimes I did. I was surrounded by the real world, that is, Realium. I could hear Warsaw City humming outside the window. I lived in Tower Stone and Walla. It was the end of the 22nd century and the people were crazy happy. Kidding. Some were, some weren't. Which group did I belong to? I wasn't sure. Alright. Starter day. New objective, find a new job. Time to check if there are any new jobs. Find a new job, check email, movement. Left click anywhere in the ground to move there. Use the tab key on your keyboard to adjust movement speed. Left click the interaction icon to interact with an object or a person in your environment. Some icons are always visible, others will only appear in certain circumstances, for example when you move very close. Okay. Can I interact with that? No. Warsaw City, my polis. Got the window. Walkway, a square, space, and chasms, that's what modern cities look like. The middle layer, mid-city, despite dense developments, you can still see the sun and pieces of the sky, as well as the long way down. I don't feel good here. No, I'd rather be out in the country. It was all too cramped and too loud. I wished I lived somewhere higher, where you could see the sky, or below, near the undercity abyss. No, neither. What is that noise? This is where the rich meet the poor, and the light meets the darkness. This is the layer of the city where you can be pretty much whoever you want. I really don't like that super noise stuff that's going on in the background. It's the Void Stars thing, I guess. And where advertising drones beeped through people's windows looking for new victims. Yep. Oh. Glacier. You're well versed in both virtual and real technologies. You know where to look for power nodes, cables, and virtual developer stacks. You can open them, hack them, and change their settings. Requires all of this stuff. Oh, is this like currency? And then we spend that on these things? Aspects are part of a game deck's personality expressed through actions, thoughts, and emotions. Be kind, gain the empathy aspect. Inspire someone to gain inspiration. Okay, so I assume this is kindness. This is inspiration, maybe? You gonna tell me what they all are? That'd be ideal. Aspects are grouped into 4 personality types: decisive, red; analytical, blue; creative, yellow; and sociable, green. Okay. So this is decisive, creative, sociable, and analytical. Okay. Aspects are used to unlock professions. Hold down the left mouse button on a chosen profession to unlock it. Professions unlock special conversation options, enabling you to do more. Hover your cursor over a profession to see its description. Each profession requires a different personality. The description will indicate which aspects unlock a given profession. A profession will be highlighted if you have the required aspects. Click and hold the left mouse button on a profession to unlock it. You do not meet the requirements. Do we meet requirements for any of this? Oh, that. I thought it said that it would be highlighted if it can be unlocked. So as we interact with people, then we can we'll gain more of this, and then we can unlock stuff. So determination, authority, sincerity, indifference, impatience, specifics, selfishness, targets. Okay. Don't know what any of that means. Let's go ahead and just grab that. Oh, I have to hold it down. Gotcha. Okay. Well versed in both virtual and real technologies. And now we're pretty much completely bankrupt. Characters. Okay. Gamedec verse site. Gamedec's. Gamedec verse site. Do you want to know more about the Gamedec verse? Interested in news, updates, and gossips? Visit gamedecverse.com. Galahad on game decks. Cal, one more stupid question. Shoot. What do you think about game decks? I think it's a fun but completely unneeded profession. A blown up thing. Redundant. Oh, Frank, I disagree. Being a game deck is a sensible profession. When something bad happens inside a game, it's easier to just pop up the hood, take a look inside, see what's wrong. Such problems should be handled by programmers, analysts, not game. And that's where you're wrong, Frank. Just like my mom when she added cocaine to the cake instead of baking powder. She did that? Yeah, in real life too. What a woman. But let's cut to the chase. Games are complicated, right? Right. AIs are watching over them, right? Right. Number of Chai-Tong characters composing them is so great that no one person could ever know the whole program of even the simplest game, right? I'm not sure about that one. Frank, in a brain, in my brain, there's 100 billion neurons. In yours, there's half of that. And what's your point? Every neuron has 10,000 junctions on average, synapses. And multiply 100 million by 10,000 and you get a 1 and 15 zeros. It's called a quadrillion. So your helmet controls a quadrillion synapses. Now take a game like Crying Guns, where there are 50,000 players on a single server. 50 times a quadrillion gives you 50 trillion variables per second. And that's just controlling the brains of the people playing the game. When you add their stimulation, neuronal response control, creation of the world with the whole sensory report, picture, sound, smells, flavors, temperatures, you're going to get a factor multiplying all that by another million, another 50 septillion variables per split second. That's a lot. You're fucking right, that's a lot, Frank. We're talking about one server in the living organism of a game adapting to the situation on the battlefield in a simple sensory world based on battles and clans. Can you imagine the array of this world? No. So now imagine someone throws a cheat in there. Find it. Impossible. Order an AI to find it when the person who implemented made it so that AI can't define it. That's possible? Easier than you think. Now, how do you find that cheat? I don't. Exactly. You won't find it by browsing the code, but a game deck will. How? Game decks usually don't know about programming, at least not at an expert level. Game decks don't browse the code. They look for the people who implemented the cheat and nicely ask them to remove it. Oh. Game decks handle people, not code. They observe, draw conclusions, deduce, and analyze. They need three things: to know about games, to know about people, and to have a high IQ. They examine the problem like birds flying over a labyrinth. You're stuck in that labyrinth, running in circles, so you outsource and you call a game deck. They come, take a look around, analyze, and find the problem. Bingo! And then they say the famous game deck catchphrase, detection ends case. Okay. Interesting. Is there more? Nope. Dark web. Did I get everything? Technologies. Okay, we're not going to read about every single thing. That's the brain thing we already looked at. Blue Whales Interactive. Relium Warsaw City. No. Yeah, that's fine. Is there a way to just, can I just, no. I literally have to click on every single thing. Okay. Good God, can we stop already? Do I have to scan through it? How do I? Okay, never mind then. Professions, that's that. Get out of here. Contemplate. I had a few things I needed to think over. Can't really contemplate without a drink. You can't really contemplate without a drink in your hand. Luckily, the servo bot knew exactly what I needed. I greeted my robotic friend, who was waiting for instructions as usual. Whiskey. Some dialogue options are available only with the right profession. They're marked with profession name at the beginning. Click the icon on the left edge of the screen or press I to see the profession tree. Whiskey. I could choose from an expensive single malt and a common decent blend. Oh, more expensive. Definitely. Wasn't going to beat myself up for something I'd already paid for. I decided I would drink synthetics when the good stuff was gone. I decided to think some stuff over and get to work. Sensory worlds. Recent events. Some have been talking about the Pygmalion technology developed by Blue Whales Interactive. It upgraded AI to the level of a human psyche. Recent gossip, a man named Kenzu, a young Goodabads star, screwed up in the last game and his Black Angels lost. BWI claimed that they could create human beings, obviously for a hell of a price. Such humans, quote unquote, are called diginets. A diginet has a synthetic brain, a Rendon, but no body. It lives online unless you buy it. A Mobrium? Yes. There were demonstrations at the company's location against this technology. Protesters claimed that diginets were unnatural. Protesters are right. Diginets hadn't been tested and the technology hadn't been verified. It worked because the BWI said it did. Of course it does. Protesters were right to demonstrate Pygmalion was a suspicious technology. Sensory worlds. Thousands of games and millions of players mean plenty of cases for game decks. Hatred, greed, and deviousness are especially common online. Two topics had been especially popular in the media recently: digital love and whether it's better to live online or in Relium. Can you imagine actually calling real world like Relium? Oh, tell me more about digital love. Time for a sip. The opponents of online relationships have a simple argument. The beautiful young prince you fell in love with may actually be a lecherous old man. And it might not even be a human. Could be an NPEC. Supporters of online romance respond with, so what? We live in times where you may never see your love in Rillium. What difference does it make what he or she really looks like? I guess that doesn't really matter. A dirty old man pretends to be a pretty girl. Is he a fraud? No, he is a pretty girl. He always wanted this, and it's possible online. Sure. When people love each other and look how they want and not as Rillium dictates, who are we to say? I think it's beautiful. Time to get to work. How do I check my email, though? That's the codex. Can I? No, I really can't access much of anything over here. Let's try in. Hollow Vision.
Breaking news.
Warsaw City News, latest domestic and international news all day long. Today is Monday, July 17th. My name is Carla Columna. Columna. This is the news. Enzu, the young star of Good or Bads, loses the game miserably. Stu blames everything on glitches in the game. Could this be the end of the youngster's career? That's it? That's all the news? Ooh, what's this? Ouch. Bless. Control panel for the apartment's AI. A fine piece of software that didn't treat fridge contents as its first priority. You can also talk to it. Its name is Bless. That's the default name. I never bothered to change it. I can use Glacier to analyze the system. BWI has been developing AI modeled after the human psyche for quite some time. Even the holographic virtualizations looked like brains. Everything seemed fine, but it shouldn't have. If there was a surge or failure in the tower, it should have left a sign, but there was nothing. Software truly looked like I was activating it for the very first time. It made no sense. Okay, activate the system. A logo with 2 whales appeared on the panel. Thank you for purchasing product manufactured by Blue Whales Interactive, the leader in the field of AI. BWI, never alone. Well, that sounds... What kind of a slogan is that? You're never alone with Blue Whale technology. You are activating Bliss for the first time. First, configure software to your liking. I cursed. Something had reset my settings. Probably another failure in the tower or a surge upstairs. I had to reconfigure everything again. Check the logs. There's nothing in the system. Logs of previous activations and conversations would be in the cloud, provided they existed. Probably somewhere in the Blue Whales Interactive servers. Too high a bar for me. You had to be a real magician to access them. Okay, casual conversation then. Holographic figure appeared in the air. Hello, my name is Bless. What do you want to talk about? Hi, wait, what do you mean? You don't remember me? Why does everything break all the time nowadays? Okay. She broke, and then... Oh, now I can't activate this. Incoming call from Jeffrey Haggis. Someone was sensing me. It turned out to be a man called Jeffrey Haggis. I didn't know him. Nevertheless, I answered. Ah, you're there. Please come see me. Blue Whales Interactive Tower, level 255, south entrance. I'll tell you everything when you're here. Negotiated down payment. Hold on. Let's have a little respect for each other's time. I don't know anything about the case. I'm not sure whether a certain amount... I get it. You want a down payment. I'm transferring it right now. Hope it's enough. Yes? Great. I'm waiting. Disconnected. Okay. My computer. I controlled the couch, communicated with household appliances, let me send messages, and did everything else. Glacier. It was a good piece of hardware. I optimized and upgraded it with a robust antivirus suite and the latest drivers, a Gamedec computer. Net. New case. Wondered if anything would surface on the net. Look up Haggis. Who is Jeffrey Haggis? Director of the Programming Department at Blue Whales Interactive. Wife, Eleonora. Son, Frederick. Fredo to his friends. His assets are recorded in 8-figure amounts. Was all I could find. Look up Blue Whales. Blue Whales Interactive, or BWI, the leader in the field of AI. Their flagship product, the dating game Paradise Beach. Little less known, but still popular, was the game Knight's Code, a clan battle game based on medieval Japan. They made luxury helmets, and ladies and gentlemen, they could make human beings. The Pygmalion upgraded AIs mimicked human psyches. Yes, I believe we've established that. Games. What kind of games we got? Void Stars. I earned in several games, but was recently focused on one, Void Stars. Still in development, even though it had already been released. Supposed to be bigger than all previous space simulations, though that was hard to imagine. I already bought a few ships, I just couldn't help myself. They were damn expensive. But what the hell? I loved looking at my fleet. Yes, buy another one. What was more exciting than expanding one's fleet? That much hyped Vulture X sure was tempting. A fantastic exploration vessel with a medical bay, hangar with a scouting ship, strong armor, crew of bots at your command, all for a bargain price. The price would increase later. Damn it. I couldn't afford this baby, given the state of my finances? Nope, buy it. Vulture X, the beauty everyone dreams about. It's on offer. Damn it, I couldn't afford it. No, buy it. I said buy. Fine. Can't buy. Let's take a look at the rest of our fleet. I entered the hangar. There was the spawn all ships option. I found and selected it. What a beautiful view, starting from the lightest vessels, Fly Rock, an interceptor spacecraft, Slide Hawk, an assault unit, Orca, an infantry carrying dropship, gunship giant, and the 2 jewels in the crown, the Corsair, a big exploration ship, and Skywalk, a merchant vessel, as solid as it was bulky. Beauties, all of them. Absolutely. Alright, let's get back out of there. Let's check our mail. Vulture X would really make this collective shine. Yeah, let's just skip that. There are the emails, thank you very much. A few emails from clients I had helped. Need to reply to those. First message. Senator Stone was grateful for working out what his daughter was doing in Ghoul Hearts. Offer him a discount on the next contract. His email was... oh, look at that. His email was a great opportunity to ensure his continued patronage. I offered him a discount for the next case he'd bring my way. Got through the other emails quickly. Some were invitations to events, some were spam. I replied. You replied to the spam too, eh? Check contracts. Already had one contract, but it wouldn't hurt to check. Maybe there would be another one. My lucky day. Mr. Gamedec, come play Crying Guns with us. It's a lot of fun. We may not be able to pay you, but... bunch of kids. I didn't want to deal with that. So the contract from Haggis was the best thing I could give my attention to. Okay. Couch. Virtual couch. Not the newest model, but I can still rely on it. At least I think I can. A poet would call it a gateway to the sensory world. To me, it was just a tool of my trade. Look at the helmet. Starting to fall apart. I needed to replace it. Damn it, such important gear wouldn't come cheap. Couldn't afford it at the moment. I needed a few jobs first, or one big job that paid well. Check fluid levels. Fluid levels were low. I still had a few tanks left, but it's always good to have reserves. What fluid? What do you need fluid for in a thing like this? Don't ask. Done. Delivery drone would be here in a few hours. Check couch log. July 17th, 2199, 3:30 p.m. My last session took. Couch displayed an error message recommending to reset it to default settings. The model's reliability had become questionable. Couch reset its default settings, which meant its logs were deleted. Of course it was. Time to consider trading it in for a new model. Report defect. couch reverting to its default settings was alarming. My health depended on it working. Someone needed to take a look at it. Fortunately, every couch had a sensor. Technical assistance required. I just needed to touch it and confirm. It read, "Thank you for your report. We'll get back to you in a few days." Okay, checked on everything. Alright, how do I leave? Ah, there we go. Solid doors protect me and my apartment. Or maybe they protected Warsaw City from me. Go to the client. Hagis's office in Relium. The communicators of the late 22nd century were visual, sound, thermal, and olfactory content. Sorry, they ensure all of this. This conglomerate of sensual modalities is called sensory connection or sensing. A computer user connecting to a user of the same device has access to 4 sensory representations but does not have to use them. Users often turn off the olfactory and thermal channels. Owners of newer walk-tells have access to optical, auditory, and limited olfactory channels, just like omnic owners? The owners of the latest temple obicoins can take advantage of the amazing quality of all channels, as obicoins send sensations directly to the interpretive areas of the brain. This makes them better than computers. You don't say. Codex. The Codex is a popular tool for game decks. It stores all the important information that you gather during gameplay, clearly sorted. Left click on an icon at the edge of the screen or press U on your keyboard to open the Codex. Alright, can I save? Perfect. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. We will see you tomorrow.